What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadski, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. So we got a data download last night introducing a new Pirate Rumble Sugo Fest, but it also gives us a bit of a look at the next free-to-play co-op quest character. Remember, once every season we get a character that is free-to-play from the co-op season. You can use your Grand Feast Stones to acquire that character, and then in the next upcoming Kizuna Clash, you can acquire the Super Evolution Skulls to evolve that character. So we'll go through that as well. The first one, though, is the Rumble Banner, which is going to be featuring a character that has never been in Treasure Cruise before. Now, a lot of people who, are well in tune with the One Piece manga would know this character. I believe this character is featured in the most recent episodes, which is Alpha. Alpha is actually, I believe, the sister of the CP0 Khalifa. So this character is going to be featured here as a Rumble Rare Recruit character. So she's an Int Striker driven. The fact that she's Int and driven is kind of interesting, and Striker as well works perfectly alongside the newly released Figureland Garling, as well as J. Garcia Saturn. So if you're wanting to build that, Int Striker driven squad, that's going to work really, really well with those types of units. Let's see what this character actually does, though. In terms of her regular kit, nothing really too noteworthy here. Rumble's special is a 22 CT that targets 3 enemies for special CT speed down level 5. Your Int type teammates get a CT speed up level 5 for 20 seconds, and then your world government characters, not including herself, get a 20% reduction. The fact that she's focusing on buffing your character special CT, she has a 22 CT. This works perfectly for Garling. Garling has like a 40 CT for his special, so being able to speed up that process of launching him as much as possible is very good, because when Garling launches that special, he hits incredibly hard, especially when people are eventually going to get investments into that character. It's going to be kind of interesting to see how that kind of goes. But I think that Alpha, honestly, if you have Garling and you have J. Garcia Saturn, this is not a terrible unit to have. Let's have a look at this Rumble ability, though. Your Int teammates get 5 health, 5 defense, which is great. And then if you have 6 or more Int characters, all enemies attack down level 7 and CT speed down level 3. Whew, okay, that's pretty good. This character is very, very good. The only reason you should even go for this character is if you have Garling and Saturn. If you don't, I just don't feel like it's overly worth it. But this character seems pretty good. Obviously, it's not one of those Rumble characters that is going to be like a bench sweeper or anything like that, but this character seems good on paper for sure. She does evade damage over time, which I guess the only key character I can think of off the top of my head that you'd have to really worry about damage over time against is going to be Blackbeard. If you're going up against a strength team and they have Sakazuki potentially, and they also have damage reduction against Psy characters. So yeah, as I said, basically just a support unit to use alongside those other hard hitters if you have them. If you don't, then this character is not really required. Let's go ahead and move on to the next character, which is Sentomaru. So this is the character that we mentioned is going to be the next co-op quest free-to-play character. So this character is a Dex fighter and shooter, so great class and type combinations. Obviously works well with the new Garp that just came out, works well with 11th anniversary Kizaru, 10th anniversary Ace. It's going to be another character to supplement those units. So let's see what this character actually does. So remember, this is the base form of the unit. Let's just have a look at the super evolved version, because this is predominantly where you're going to be using this character. So again, when the character super evolves 5+, you can get the super evolution skulls from the Kizuna Clash that will come out in mid to late August. So we have Sentomaru, Dex Fighter Shooter, Captain ability, Dex Fighter Shooter, 1.3 HP, 4.5 attack, further 1.25 times attack for himself only. Dex Fighter and Shooter characters' recovery slots will be matching, reduces special reverse by 2 turns, and then it will also boost Navy and Scientist characters by a further 1.25 times. We don't currently know right now, but my assumption is that this character will be classified as a Navy character, and if it is, that's going to be fantastic with Kizaru and Garp, so hopefully that is the case. Let's have a look at Stage 2 special. Okay, let's start at Stage 1. We'll see, because I was going to say, if there's cooldown reduction here, to give it so that you could potentially use the special twice, I'm not too sure. I guess we'll just have a look at Stage 1. Maybe it'll make sense. So Stage 1 reduces top row cooldown by 1, reduces defense by 80%, ignoring immunity. Okay, so defense down, ignoring immunity. It's not 100%, but still 80% through immunity is great. And then further increases base attack boost by plus 300, okay? If 2 or more Navy or Scientists are on the team, or you have end of turn healing with a status of 5 turns or longer when you launch the special. Further increases your chain multiplier growth rate altering effects by 0.2 and extend the duration of base attack. Okay, so immediately, if you have 2 or more Navy or Scientists, that's very easy to do. But it also says that if you have end of turn healing with 5 turns or more, we do know that the new Garp, I believe, has an effect in his kit that can apply that. And then it says it will further increase your chain multiplier growth rate altering effects by 0.2. So the one that comes to mind immediately is Kizaru from the 11th anniversary. He does have chain multiplier growth rate altering effect, so buffing that, buffing Kizaru's ability, and also extending the duration of your base attacks, right? The stage 2 special, so the buffed version of the special, reduces the cooldown of the top row by 2 turns instead. And then if you have a base attack boost when you launch the special, you'll get the conditional boost against defense down enemies by 2.5 times for 3 turns. And then after that, your Dex Fighter and Shooter characters get the 1500 base attack. So what it's saying is that, you know, if you have the base attack boost, you get the conditional boost. Otherwise, you get the base attack boost instead. And then again, if you have 2 or more Navy or Scientists, or you have the end of turn healing, then it reduces your blow away duration by 2 turns. That's pretty niche. That's not going to come up too often. Maybe because they're releasing this character, that there's going to be some weird piece of content where you're given 2 turns of blow away and then you have to use this special to get around it. Probably not, but it's a bit of a weird ability. Further increasing the chain effects by 0.2, extend the duration of base attack by 1, including from this special ability. This character doesn't seem too busted, honestly. It's just a free-to-play character that I guess you could use with Garp, with Kizaru, with Ace. Nothing that crazy. This character can't be blown away as a sailor, and then the sailor ability also says you get 100 base attack to all characters, and then if you have a fighter or a shooter territory, further boost your crew's base attack by 1.1. Okay, that's actually cracked. That's super, super good. Obviously, if you've got Kizaru, he has the ability to apply a shooter territory, and if you just have that, you get a further 1.1 times attack boost, base attack boost to all characters on your team. That's a little underrated. I think a lot of people are going to see that and see it's like kind of whatever. At the same time, if we're talking like high damage content, like a Super Boss Kizuna, is this the type of special that you're realistically going to use in a Super Boss Kizuna? Probably not. I mean, especially like the whole conditional boost stuff with this character, like you've got 10th anniversary Ace who's providing you that ignited conditional boost. So unless if you have some type of way to get a double stacking conditional boost, I don't see how this is going to play like into your hands very, very much, really. The base attack boost is like kind of whatever. Yes, it can kind of help you out, but it's not that great of a buff. So I just don't see how this character sees play. They do have Barrier Pierce, which is pretty good, Provoked Attack, and Super Tandem Boost. Okay, well, Super Tandem Boost can definitely help you out a lot. So it raises the boost level of Egghead by 2, and boosts Scientists and Navy characters by 3. I mean, the fact that you can have this, you can have Kizaru, and then you've got Garp, who also gives you the Super Tandem. So Garp being able to provide Super Tandem, and then you get Super Tandem Boost from both Sentomaru and Kizaru simultaneously. Like, this gives you a ton of additional damage for free. And remember, this is a free-to-play character, so being able to get this to level 5, I guess at the same time, you do have to get 4 additional copies of this character in the Grand Feast Sugofest, so keep that in mind. If you want this Super Tandem Boost maxed, you're going to need a lot of additional copies, so you do have to keep that in mind when you are pulling on your co-op Sugofest. The Rumble Special doesn't seem that great. I'm not even going to touch up on it. It doesn't seem that exciting at all. Here's the special animation for the brand new free-to-play Sentomaru. Of course, he's eating pizza. Nothing really too crazy. It is kind of neat though. And then we'll go over to the Alpha Special, which the Rumble units don't really get special animations. So that is going to wrap it up for me. Hopefully you enjoyed this video today. I do think Sentomaru is going to be an interesting use alongside Ace, Kizaru, and Garp. Of course, you need to have the unit you have to have those units in order to actually make full use of it. Same with Alpha. Like, Alpha's fine by herself, but obviously works a lot better when you have Garling and you've got Saturn alongside her. So we'll have to wait and see. But hopefully you enjoyed this video today. If you did, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. And that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.